Hi, thank you for visiting solarid.com. Today we're going to show you how to mount your numbers, remove the covers from your numbers when it's time to change the batteries, and other important steps. The first step that's required when working with the numbers is to remove the cover. This video shows you zooming in to a crevice between the clear cover and the black base. Put a 3/16 inch screwdriver into that little crevice, and then when you twist the screwdriver, you'll see that there's a popping sound and the lid pops loose from the cover. Be careful when inserting the screwdriver. It just has to go in a little bit and then twist it, and that will open the cover for you. Sometimes it's helpful to go to the opposite side and turn the screwdriver there also, just to pop the other side loose if it's an issue. As you slide the cover off, you can see the catches that hold the lid on top of the base of the number. Slide the cover off and then grasp the printed circuit board, and avoiding the solar panels that you can see there, and kind of wiggle it out and pull it out. Disconnect the connecting wire. And now we'll show where the suggested drill holes are in the base. So this is the black base. You can see the battery holders there, and there's two little round holes, and those two little round holes is where we want you to drill through. So using about a 1/8 inch drill the holes through. Centering it. The little fragments of polycarbonate you're going to want to clean off, and if there's any edges, you're going to want to smooth those off. Then using a 1/2 inch screw, usually a number 6 screw, is what we'll use to put through those holes and mount it to, if you're going to use masonite, you'll need masonry screws. If you're going to use wood, you could use wood screws. If you're going to use plastic, you could use wood screws also. So mark where the hole should be, and make sure if you're using multiple numbers that you keep those holes lined up in a straight line, either vertically or horizontally, so that it looks good. And also, as you'll see later on, we would recommend that when you're using multiple numbers, that you put a small gap between them, probably something like a 1/16 of an inch between the each number, because that will help you in the future remove the covers. Put the screws through the hole, and then just mount them to whatever the mounting surface is that you're going to utilize. You can see the screws should protrude out at least a 1/2 inch in order to have a secure mounting. This is a much more secure mounting than what the mounting tape is for security reasons, or if you're using a very textured surface, we'd recommend using screws in that circumstance also. We're using this wood board as an example, but you could put all the numbers against a portion of wood and then mount the wood to whatever the surface is where you're going to put the numbers, and sort of make a mounting bracket. In the future, maybe we'd have mounting brackets that we could provide, but at the moment we're just providing the solar powered numbers. Here you see them mounted in series, and you can see the gap between each of them. After you have them mounted, you of course will put the batteries in, put the number printed circuit board in, and then make sure you do connect the batteries to the printed circuit board. Otherwise you have to take it back out, because they won't light up without the battery power, of course. I mention that because I've on occasion forgot to plug the number in and then wonder why it doesn't work, because the battery power wasn't plugged in. I hope you found this video helpful in mounting and utilizing the screws, as it is the most secure way to mount the numbers. And in some circumstances where there's highly textured surfaces, we would recommend either mounting them on a piece of wood and then screwing them into the textured surface, or mounting them directly to a textured surface. Thanks for visiting our website.